Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? Hello, how are you all doing tonight? I hope we are well. Ow, my head. Ian and Daniel, Ian and Danny, Ian and Melvin, Ian and Darren, Ian and Barry. How are you all doing tonight? I hope we're all well. I am starting a little bit earlier than normal tonight. Mainly because I have got a banging headache that I can't seem to shift. So I want to try and not go as long as we normally do. It doesn't help that my young'un, who was in here a minute ago, put the Glaswegian kiss on me. So my head hurts. Really hurts. Check Hanson's. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Barry. Is he doing all right, mate? I spoke to him the other day on Twitter, and he said, yeah, he gave me a little bit of a just there, so my head hurts. How are we all doing tonight, though? I hope we're all well. Also, aircon Goku is ridiculously humid, so you can hear that in the background. I apologise, but I ain't turning it off. But how are we all doing? What a difference a second half makes. Let's just say that. Because we're going to talk about this first half and the game from yesterday. Thank you for everyone who joined me for the watch along as well. I know a lot of people watched who couldn't actually watch it in their country because I gone to a pile of, well, crap. He's on his way to bed. Yep, he's tired, a tired boy. But before we start that, Bailey Cadamartri has eventually now gone on loan to Lincoln. So that means we have not got many in the terms of upfront areas. I think we're going to be bringing in another striker, on loan. I generally think there's another striker coming in. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But, hi Jake, third round of draw tonight after Forest Newcastle. Yeah, I've seen that. I will probably do a short on whoever we get. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Be nice to get a Prem team. Just to be nice to have that. It'll be nice. But at the end of the day, the situation we went through this, we got through last night. But it was a tale of two halves of football. Like, Keith Smith. I'm in the agreement with you as well, Barry, to Keith Smith. But when you talk about conversations as had and then he wasn't in the team, it makes you wonder, was there another plan? I still think we need another forward, even if Smith stays. I think you need that impact player, which he talked about. He wants that impact player. I think we need that. I thought McNeil struggled a little bit to get into the game, but not by a lot. Generally, 18 people watching, 4 likes. Get those likes up, please. I'd much appreciate it. I know a lot of people expect me to be doing this at 7, so I understand if people are just like, why are you early? But yeah, it's an interesting one. Smith is one of those ones I like to keep Smith because he's shown what his value is recently. But with Michael Smith, you hit a ceiling. And the ceiling you got is that he's 32, 33 some point next year. He needs to be playing week in, week out now at his age because that's what he'll want to do because he knows he won't have much time left in football. Ian and Jake, ready for the mad? I am very much ready for it. Luckily, I've managed to somehow, my mother-in-law's offered to have my eldest, so he's only got the youngest one, so that makes life a little bit easier. In terms of making videos, I don't feel as bad if I suddenly have to run down here and do a video. I'm expecting a very, very late night Friday, so I am going to need all the help I can get on Friday. We are going from 7 till 9 on my channel. Then we're going over to Dexter's channel, 9 till whatever time we finished there. They're doing it as a Tramp special pod. And then we've got Millwall game. It's going to be interesting to see what we bring in. I'm intrigued to see what Danny does. If anyone goes to get anything out of Smith, it's our leader or bye-bye. Yeah, true. I'd be intrigued to know not what the conversation was, but if there was a big come in here, how how much do you feel about it? This is where I see you in my plan. That kind of conversation. But what I loved about last night, especially the second half, is the way we just turned up second half and we looked a lot better. Let's talk about that first half then, because I don't really want to, but we've got to. So that first half was just dreadful. It really was dreadful because Charles was trying his best to play out from the back, but when he was doing so, players were too far away. They were playing too far away from each other, and it was causing a big issue in terms of trying to keep the ball. So whenever a player's not far away, the ball goes. The interception happens so quickly. And that's an issue when you're playing this way of football where you want to press. Because the goal he scored, let's be honest, 2 defenders on him, and he still neither one of them get to him to get the ball. And he beat both of them. And he gets a goal. It was just a poor set piece again to concede again. And it does my head in. Evening, DJ, how you doing? It done my head in with how the set pieces are handled and done. It got to be improved. How many do you think will come in and out? I don't think we'll have many out now. Patterson seems interesting. There's a part of me that thinks Patterson stays now, which I want that to happen personally. I like Pato to stay. Just because he offers us something that we haven't got. 10, it's a good win. Nice one by 7 from Daniel. Ian and Jez, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. I think we'll probably get 2. If we're lucky, we get 3. But I think 2 comes in at the minimum. Because he wants impact players. So I'm thinking that probably a that probably a centre-back and probably either midfielder or a striker for me. If you do 3, you're getting 1 of each. You're getting a centre-back, midfielder and striker. But I don't know how realistic that is, especially with 2 days left to go. We've got Shea Charles in. We've got Bailey out on loan, which we wanted to do. But Danny also been quite interesting as well with what he said. 24 people watching, 6 likes. Get those likes up, people. Much appreciate it. If you want to become a channel member, it's $4.99 a month. There can be lots of content on there soon as well, which I'm looking forward to. Rumours have gone quiet. They've gone quite quiet, actually. And I'm not expecting it to go busy until tomorrow. I am not expecting the rumour mill to go absolutely mental until tomorrow. But also, you look at what Danny said. He kept quiet about Shea Charles, and nothing happened. Good evening, one and all. Evening, Barry. We need a centre-back and a striker. I agree. Poor Victor. Going, mate. Sorry, I missed the stream. Or have you started? No, I've started early, mate. I started early because I've got a banging headache, so I don't want to go too late tonight because my head hurts. I can't seem to shift a headache at the minute. It's really doing me head in, sadly. I really want it to go away. I started around 10-20 minutes ago. So yeah, say fine. I'm not going till late. We started about 10 minutes earlier than we normally would because I just wanted to get this stream done tonight and kind of relax a little bit before the mayhem happens. Excuse me. Over the last 2 days, because it's going to be chaotic. I'm looking forward to the international break and having a break. What do you think of performance in general? In general, it's difficult in general because first half I thought we were crap and we didn't play well and we didn't hold the ball up well and we kept on giving it away. Second half he made the changes. It was better. It was how I expect us to perform week in, week out. That second half is how you expect everyone to perform week in, week out. I thought Johnson did really well. Like, really well with it. Kind of thing. I thought Valentine was absolutely fantastic in what he did. I definitely would like a centre-back with pace and be able to read the game with comfortable with the ball at their feet. Yeah. Chill, mate. You've been on the go a lot. Yeah, that's my plan, mate. I plan to not do much. I plan to literally zone out, not do much. Planning for something new for the studio. And all I'm going to say is that's what it involved. So I'm planning something new for the studio. I'm actually looking at doing something in here in the studio that's just for me, that I don't make content with. Clearly gave them a good... I don't think he did. This is the thing. I think everyone keep thinking Danny giving them a mouthful. Danny doesn't work like that. Danny goes on images. I think Danny will have showed them video footage and go, this isn't working. We need to do better here and here and here. Danny doesn't do bollockins. Danny's actually quite calm with what he says. I think what will have been said is like, this needs to do better. This needs to do better. Why are we not doing this? I don't think he does bollockins. I think he's the opposite. I think he's calm. You know those parents that like, when they go quiet, you worry. I think he's one of them. Kabachi looked absolutely fantastic. He put in some good crosses. He was one of the highlights of the first half for me because he kept on making so many runs forward and they just weren't getting picked up. Or Johnson would make the run in the second half and no one pick him up. I thought they worked excellent. Up and low worked very well up front. I agree. There's already that little bit of a balancing act where that looks like that could be a really good partnership going forward. The second half, though, was just night and day. The flick work, the getting it into the box work, going at players, making sure we had the ball. I still think, for me, what got me was that last pass by Charles that started the setup for Valentine's goal. Because it's just the way it had the curve on it. And it was done like it was a midfielder. It was such a good pass. Those kind of passes, you really struggle. Anyone know what happened in the second half? I don't know. Some people have turned around and said that he got called shit and he reacted. And I just don't see that being something that Palmer would react to. I generally don't think that's something Palmer would react to, that kind of thing. I don't know. Apparently that's what he reacted to. I tend to not believe it, but if it is, it is. I just don't see that's something he would react that badly to. Kind of thing. I really don't. I really don't think that was something he would react that badly to. I suppose if you bollock, then you don't get regret. I agree. It's better to just tell them what to... Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Second half. In the second half. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Look at how Ugbo constantly changed his position in the box before he scored. He constantly moving, receiving the ball, and can't just hit it in. He's a bit of a poacher too. Yeah, I agree, Adam. I agree. He is that kind of poacher. That's what we need, which is interesting. Lucas Zhao is a free agent, even though he's 30 now. Would take him and see if he can fit. Yes and no. Lucas Zhao, very... What's the word I want to use? Not consistent. And I think we need consistency right now. If it's a free and you could get it to work, brilliant. But just remember, Zhao didn't leave on good terms with Chansiri. Like, Zhao did not leave the club on good terms with DC. Left the terms on the players and everyone else around him fine. But with DC, he didn't leave in good terms. Seems unlikely, yeah. As I was walking out, I heard someone say fish fingers were thrown at him, probably as a joke, though. Yeah, I think if it is a joke, it's... I can't... It's hard to say. Is that what happened kind of thing? Then fair enough, it's a joke. But it's also that whole thing. Will he have seen it as a joke? I hope everyone is well. Everyone's okay. I hope everyone's well, mate. I'm struggling with a banging headache tonight. So, like I said, that's why we started early, because I can't see me going late tonight with the stream, because my head hurts a lot. Keep getting these random like tension headaches, stroke, migraine to do me head in. 38 people watching, 11 likes. please get the likes up. First half, they were with too much pace and didn't move fast enough. But after that, yeah, I agree. The first half was literally, there was too much pace. It was too slow as well. It was too slow and it was too much pace. You could tell the players were constantly going, come on, come on. Like Chalobah, every time he got the ball, it was like, come on, come forward. There was a throw-in where Marvin Johnson was like, who wants this? Who wants the ball? Because no one was offering any pace. And you could see how frustrated some of the players were. I meant the guy saying it was a joke. I think something worse happened personally. I think something worse happened personally, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if it'll go any further, but we'll see. The nice thing is that it's not been made a massive deal. I think it's been kind of gone, that happened, and they went very quiet very quickly after we got the fourth goal. Let's talk about Pato a little bit, because Pato, 2 goals, back on the score sheet for 438 days it's been since he last scored, and it was absolutely brilliant to see him back on the score sheet. Just become a dad as well, so that'll be a really nice one for him. 2 very good headers as well, something we don't tend to have much in our squad. Pato could have played himself into playing next game, I reckon. He looked okay. He looked decent. I'll be interested to see if anyone comes in late for Patterson, because he had been given the green light to go if he wants, if a club comes in. Now, bear in mind with that one, though, Pato's got a situation where his other half had just given birth via C-section. She can't do anything for the best part of a couple of weeks. So I cannot see them realistically getting him sold and him wanting to be up and away from his family for so long and maybe come down every other week to see the kid, then actually, and then her packing and stuff. So you gotta be intrigued with that. Sorry, what happened? I missed it. Basically, the game stopped and Palmer speaking to someone in the crowd because something got said, and there was a bit of argy-bargy with some of the stewards and the fans. 37 people watching, 14 likes up people. Something is good to go. Sometimes it's good to go through a report, then show how we can improve, show where we are going wrong. Yep, I agree. Great header for Pato, goals. Yep, really good. She's still up and down. I hope she keeps more up than down, mate. I get people talking about another striker, but I think he'd be happy being 4th choice, and then that worked for everyone. But that makes sense. That's a good shout. That's a very good shout, Barry. Get him being 4th choice, come off the bench, be that impact player. Maybe then that year, maybe you get him to become, I don't know, maybe you go and get 2 centre-backs, a centre-back and midfielder in. Yeah, I could see Pato moving in Jan then. Make you think with Kaz gone, are they going to keep Pato now? Yeah, I generally think there is. I generally think Pato's going to stay. And I think his whole personal life makes a difference as well, changes it all a little bit as well. Generally, I think with what's going on with personal life, I think that changes it as well. I think you've got to see that. Ian and Mike, how you doing, mate? Excited to what Kaz in League One? Yeah, I agree. Appreciate everyone's support. Thank guys. It's all right, mate. We are a community. We are a mini little family. We look after our own. I don't understand how Windass was so vital at the end of last season, and now he doesn't seem like his head's in it. Adam, there's a lot of things with that one. He'll just come up to speed with that. You got to remember, back then, he was planning for a wedding kind of thing, which is fine. But you've also got to now remember something else. Windass has got to think he's about to become a dad very soon. So his head might not be there either. So you've got to remember, Windass is one of those players that'll turn up in big games and moments, like SWFC just said. But I think also he's just trying to get to grips with it as well. Give the lad a bit of a break, Windass. Again, he's another one who's about to become a new father for the first time. He might be nervous as hell about having a new responsibility like that. Just remember, just because they're not doing it on the pitch doesn't mean something's not right somewhere else. Remember that footballers are human beings as well. We all have lots of things going on in our life that we may not know about. Especially footballers is kind of key. People have this thing where they put footballers on a pedestal going, you earn so much bloody money, you shouldn't complain at all. Where I think he's wrong. Even if you earn that much money, people are still people. People still need to have emotions and be normal and be able to have it. Football is the only job in the world where you go to work and you get shouted at for whatever happens, right? I think we have to remember that footballers are humans as well. So don't go too far. It's like when we were all talking about Wilkes. Wilkes has had some terrible tragedies in his life at a very young age, and it's all about his head. So you hope he can do. I think you've got to be wary with what's going on with people. That's what I say. Be wary of what's going on with people. Stuff. Ian and Debbie, how you doing? Are you back from holiday yet? I think we'll keep Smith or Pato, not both. I think one or the other stage, yeah. Pato can fill in virtually anywhere if someone gets injured. Thank you, Barry. Good luck, Jocelyn. I hope it works out for him. Yeah, same. Yeah, good points. Friday will be busy or buy or loan. Let's just hope Danny gets what he wants. Well, Danny got what he wants so far, mate. Danny, if you actually look at the business we've done, Danny got a lot of what he wants so far. So it's interesting. I agree, Jake. Some of the things that I've heard directed at Charles in the first half were crazy. Lad's only 18. Exactly. It's like, it annoys me. And also, I just want to say something here. I hope the goalkeeper for Grimsby took it with tongue in cheek. He is an ex-Sheffield United graduate. He's also a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Kind of thing. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, has it not been a good holiday, or do you want to just come home now? Do you think it's just football, or do other sports? Oh, other sports get hostile as well. But I think in rugby, a good example with rugby very much not that way. They all look after each other. Other fan bases will mingle and stuff. It doesn't get that heated. It does get very on top of each other. You ready for home? The banter and then the abuse. Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, the problem is that there's so many people who put banter as their excuse for abuse. Because, oh no, it's just banter, mate. But when it's actually classed as abuse, they don't see the difference. And I think that's the thing. I hope the Grimsby keeper could take it in what it was. You played for Sheffield United. You've been part of the United Academy. Boo. But then in the back of his head going, if I was in the fans as well, I might have been saying the same thing. So it seems like, from what I've heard, a lot of it he took in good jet. You ready for home? Oh, Debbie, when do you get back? Is it soon? Do you know what was? I don't, Debbie. I don't. We were talking about this earlier. I do not have a clue what got said to him. Someone said to me, it said they were calling him shit. I just don't see that as Palmer's reaction. Palmer doesn't react like that to being told he's shit. I don't think that's in Palmer's nature at all. It's just, I don't see that. Back in the day, we had banter with opposition. Yeah, we did. Back in the day, there was a lot of a banter with keepers, and you could take it. Thing is, you look at someone like Dotdale. Dotdale was the king of being an absolute shithouse to opposition fans. He did it to us before he came to us. But he could also give and take it. There's some keepers that can still do that, like old school give and take it. And there's some that will take it and then take it all to heart. And that's the bit where you got to be careful. 43 people watching, 16 likes, get the likes up, people. I much appreciate it. I think sometimes people don't show intelligence in the crowd. They rip into players because it's just blessed and something. And sometimes it's like the Everton fans who had a go at the team, like who were getting on the coach. It's like they were having a go at the team getting on the train. It's like they're just, yeah, they've not done well, and they'll know they've not done well. Well, that's no excuse to have a go at them. And this wasn't even in like on the football pitch. This was them going to get on a train to go back to Liverpool. which is insane. I think some fans need to give their head a wobble. Because we're in that day and age where everyone says, oh, mental health, we need to do better for mental health. And then when then you'll get people go, that I'm a thing of mental health, but then they'll say something on Twitter to someone, rips them down, and you're like, how's that supporting someone? You know what I mean? It's that whole thing. I think we have to be very careful what we say. I am very much aware with the platform I've got, I have to be very careful how I come across and how things get said. It's interesting. Do you think Liam will come out? I don't think Liam will come out and say it. I think he'll keep it private. In other words, they don't look past their own club. It's all them or nothing. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, mate. I think at the weekend you're gonna have the thing like we're going to Millwall. We all know how hostile Millwall is. It's a hostile environment. They're gonna have to be on it. I'll be interested to see if we do a press conference tomorrow. Because I'll be honest with you, I repeat this now, I do not want Danny Rull doing a press conference on transfer deadline day. I want him nowhere near the media. I want him with Kevin Beadle, with Chansiri getting deals done. I want a deadline day, but in my mind, I want our deadline day done at 7 p.m. I want it all done during the day and finished. I actually would rather like doing a deadline day special, going through what other people's deadlines have done. That reminds me, I need to make a thumbnail for that. I ain't done that. Oops. That was meant to be done today. I got sidetracked. Players have been killed in other countries for mistakes. Like, yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. It's about just being careful. And I think as a community, we're all very good at looking after one another. And I think that's a credit to you guys. That's a credit to me. That's a credit to everyone who comes in here. And we're very quick at getting rid of people who don't fit that ethos. Because at the end of the day, I do this. This is my hobby. Like, the fact that I for the last couple of months, I've been able to use this to help with the running of the family home while my wife has been off maternity leave. Fantastic. It's been great. But it is what it is. We had a great banter with the Leaf band. No bother whatsoever. Yeah, that's the thing. That they can take it. Liam's been loud and sure he'll deal with it with whatever it was there and then. Yeah, I think he'll treat it that it's done. He won't want to go over it again. He'll be like, it happened, it's done, it's sorted. Having the deadline before the weekend game is unusual in the past. It would have... Yeah, it's very odd, isn't it, Barry? I am so used to it being like on the Monday. So knowing that we got to get deal done and we're away from home, like what happens here? Do the players and the coach go up to London, no, even down to London, and Danny stays behind and then gets the coach down in the morning when with it all, or does he go down with the players and he just does it all down there? It's going to be really interesting. You're going to have some very interesting deadline day signings who are going to be like, oh, we signed him, but you can't play him until thing. Because the thing is, you're not, if you're signing players at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, they can't play. The deadline for them to play, you've got to sign them by 12. 12 p.m. on Friday is the deadline to get them registered so you can get them to play tomorrow, i.e. Saturday. So they have to sign before then, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, it's very sad news about that. Hillsborough the dump and it should be shut down. Bye-bye. See you later. And that is what I was talking about. Just what I was talking about. You weren't getting a thing. If you know the city, you know, Mark, that a combined Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United would never happen in a million years. Wouldn't happen in a million years. Kind of thing. The only bit I agree with you is that our Hillsborough should be renovated in a sense. But bye. When they flip back into trying to walk the ball into net when they shoot at will, it makes things happen. I agree. Right on cue. Exactly, Nat. Just what we've been talking about. Just what we've been talking about. Hang on a minute. You want to know what he said? This is what he said. That is what he said. That is what he said. So read it quickly because I'm going to delete that in a minute. That is what he said about it. And I don't agree. So let me know when you read that, but that's what he got. What got said by Mr. Mark. So yeah, if he knows the two teams, he knows that never happens. Ian Dean, how you doing, mate? I'm not great, mate. I've got a banging headache that I can't get rid of. So I'm hopefully not going too long tonight. 49 people watching, 18 likes, and if anyone knows the two teams, they know that a combined Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United would never happen in a million years. It would never go through. Ever. That's like saying Man City and Man United should just be Manchester Town. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen at all. So, no, it's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. I managed to catch it. Changing the weather? Possibly, mate. Possibly. It could be a change in the weather. But then again, we're meant to have a heat wave again in the next 2 weeks, so that'll be interesting. Ironically, heat wave, next 2 weeks, my daughter back at school next week, which is so fun. I loved having her off, but at the same time, I'm ready for her to go back to school now. The West End requires renovations and stuff. Oh, the West End really does need doing, Samuel. It really needs renovating. But sadly, that costs money, and we would have to get investment. I think if we had to do it, we need to get rid of it. Or Celtic Rangers. Yeah, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen at all. AC Milan into... yeah, not anymore, they don't. They've got a new stadium. Yeah, they share the stadium. They share the stadium, but they don't share it as a... They're not two separate clubs. They're not one club. He was saying us being one club and killing United and Wednesday. Milan and AC Milan share, but not for much longer, I don't think. I don't think they're sharing much longer. He was saying get rid of both clubs and then make it thingy. Always good when the kids go back to school. My two boys are back tomorrow. Good to get them back into routine. But yeah, it's good to get them into routine. It's good for me to get the routine back as well. It's like I'll be in the zone of get her to school for start, get up early. My routine's going to change soon. Any reason they wore the third kit, shorts and socks, although it looked decent though. Did they? I missed that. Oh yeah, so they did. Yeah. I don't know. The only thing I can think of, white tops. White top, white bottom, so they've gone for black bottoms instead. I can only think it's a class kit with the white and black. So they went for black bottoms. That's the only thing I can think of, mate. It being a kit clash. Not really a kit clash. Here we go. Pompey have just signed Marco Manon. The what live we were looking at, like we said, he was going to be going to Pompey after the cup, and he had gone. So Marco Manon had gone to Pompey. It was just a matter of time. So that you can cross that one off the list. They did a really good WWE thing, actually. Very nice. I wouldn't have used Vince McMahon, though. Yeah, actually, Mike, are you still in the chat, mate? If you are, let me know. But I can only think it was a kit clash. That's the only thing I can think of for me. Yours at home to Millwall. Yours at home. Oh yeah, home. I can't remember if we were home or away. I'm so tired. I thought we were away at Millwall. Hang on. Are we? Someone help. I'm so tired. I thought we were away. No, it's an away game. Yeah, he's just gone. is away, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was. We're away, yeah. It's a tough game away. Next home game, QPR, the international break. The international break. They should concentrate over concrete over hill for you. Matt Day Parkin says long time Patel. I've been saying right. Controversially, I reckon when they should have Hillsborough Park as where they do like the actual stadium, and you build a car park around it, and then what you do is you give them Hillsborough's entire land as such, and you make that into a new park going over the river. 3 o'clock kick. It's the first 3 o'clock kickoff we've had all season. The first one, which is insane. I wouldn't have guessed in a million years that would be our first one. 49 people watching, 22 likes up. Also, first Saturday. Yes, I agree. It is the first Saturday, isn't it? Very, very interesting thing. But yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You still could have the owls in the car park. Yeah. I'm hoping that Shay Charles or Chalobah is the missing piece. I'm hoping so. I think they are. Personally, I think they are, but we need to see it. That's the thing. We have to see it first, because we can't be sat waiting. Hope we sign a striker. I am looking more for a striker. Also, I noticed something earlier. So Wednesday, use what I used to use with my old microphone, right? I'm not too bad. How you come? By the way, you are about to get a cracking player in at Blackburn Rovers. Jesus Christ. You get Todd Cantwell in, that's a cracking signing. Like, generally, that's a cracking signing. That's using your Modric deal money really well. Are you hoping for anyone in particular in the Cup, Jake? I like a Prem team. I kind of want Spurs. I want Spurs away. I think that would be a good one. I wouldn't mind... I wouldn't mind Arsenal. There's some I wouldn't mind, actually. So, when they have... So, if you look at the interview Shay Charles did, it was interesting, by the way. I liked Shay Charles' interview. They got some custom-made mic muffs like this with the logo on. And I know exactly where they've been made, because it's the same place that made this. Which is good. I don't want to have Liverpool. The last club I want is Liverpool or Everton. Because the entire thing will just be about the Hillsborough disaster. Don't want that. I would like a cut run as long as it's possible. I think our second choice team needs minutes. It does. I agree. I love United in the next round thing. Singles at home. I do. Barnsley at home. I generally, I would hate to have Liverpool or Everton, because all you'd hear is for the whole game into disaster. I don't want it. I like Everton. I like to get the Goodison before they move. That one, I won't mind that. In Adam, apologies, mate. I'm about to stop soon. Yeah, Barnsley save Man United for the final. But yeah, guys, I am gonna call it a night. My head is killing me. I'm gonna try and go to get some more painkillers. Well, I can't. Although I had some full stream. Right, guys, I am gonna go and chill for a bit, because I've got a busy 2-day coming up. Next live stream is the transfer deadline day. Transfer special and roundup. We're gonna combine it as one. So we're gonna do that. But guys, I'm gonna go and try and get my head right, because it hurts. Have a good one, guys, and I'll speak to you later.